Hello guys, KP Shamino here with new video for Fishing Planet. And in this video I'm going to show you guys the best money experience farm from level 50 to level 63. So I'm in the UK, in Weeping Willow, and I'm going to show you guys how you need to do it. So I will give the basics too, because I know a lot of people will come to this area at level 50 and don't understand what they need to do. So I will show you guys everything in this video. So what did I do? And by the way, what is the amount of money that you can make here in one day? So I'm looking at 100 to 140,000 every real life hour with premium. And around 60, maximum I think 80,000 experience every hour with premium. So that's really decent. It's around 20-30% better than the UK. But of course you need to work with the Groundbait. I'm fishing in a sunny day. So there are some things that make it a little bit more complicated. But at the end of this video, if I explained it right to you guys, you will understand it. So what did I do? Very simple. I fish on a sunny day from 1 PM. Why? Because that's the best one. So this is a sunny day. I got some ground bait, so I made my own ground bait too. So you can see it here. It works really well. So it's KP Sunny Day ground bait. I put a lot of new ingredients in it from the Ukrainian release map. They introduced a lot of new ground bait. And what you need to do then on that moment is, I got 3 spots. You go to spot 1, you throw ground bait in the water, you throw your rods in the water, you catch a try, you go to the next spot, and so on. It depends, of course, how big your net is. If you're done, your net is full, you forward to the next sunny day. Very simple. I will show you guys the gameplay at last. And then you get something like this. So most of the time you will fish around 1 hour, 1 hour 50 minutes in game. Because by then the ground bait is done. So the moment that you see that fish getting smaller, the bites go away, you don't get uniques anymore, the ground bait is done, and then you go to the next position. That's how it works. And nets on every spot look a little bit like this. So you can see this is from 1 hour 5 to 10 minutes, 40,000 currency. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 uniques. My maximum was once 8 uniques in one rotation on one spot, but this is what you got. So that's how you need to do it. And at the end of the video you guys see 3 full sunny days for my 700 kilogram net, and my best was 17 uniques in 3 hours and 20 minutes in game. So let's get started. I'm going to start with first showing you guys the spots. That's very important, and how you need to fish it. How do you need to fish it? So I fished always in this peak. This is the best I think in this game. It's in the day, that's true. So from 1 PM until the net is full. It depends of course on your level. I think if you come here at level 50, if I'm not mistaken, you got access. Can you buy it here? That a net that can keep 300 kilogram of fish. So you will be fishing to fill this 1 hour, maximum 2 hours in game. That means if you don't have premium, or even if you got premium, you will be locked out for 50 minutes. So you need to use a bait coin to go to the next sunny day, or you need to sit it out. So always be sure, if the sunny day is done, and the next day is not a sunny day, that you go to the night. Forward night to night, until you got the next sunny day, and then you start again. Why? Because from night to night you don't use a bait coin. So 1 PM until the net is full. Then, what do you need to do the next? So I got 3 very good spots. I will show you guys spot 1. So spot 1 is in Arbor Lake. And where do you need to go? You just come here, you go here through this. This got a very special name. My girlfriend is always saying that we need to get something like that in the garden, but I don't know what the name is. You keep running and running until the end. And that's spot number 1. So it's the last peg before the boathouse, I think this is. So you need to come to here. That's spot number 1. So you just stand here, and I will show you guys the coordinates for the ground bait. So spot number 1. So you can see it here, unique mirror carp. So what do you do on this moment? So you just make your ground bait here. So the mix, you mix it. You throw it in your spot rod. You throw everything that you made in the water, and then you start fishing. Later on I will show you guys that all live, that you know how you need to do it. Then you just throw the rods in it, you get 6 to 7 uniques, it dries up after 1 hour, 1 hour 15, and you go to spot number 2. What is spot number 2? You just go here to Cave Lake, and then you need to turn around here, and this is spot number 2. So here you can see it. Just the same again, make ground bait once again, throw everything in the water, and then here you can see it. This is spot number 2. So you can see the coordinates over here. And then for the last one, once again, just the same. And I think I deleted my marker here because my marker was a lot closer. And then once again, it dries up. You go now to spot number 3. And spot number 3 is here. So in Willow Lake, you just come here to the left. And then you just come to this peg, and this is spot number 3. So you can see it here, spot 3. So that's what you need to do, and by then, if you got the biggest net, your net will be full. For the other guys, your net will be probably already full on spot number 2, and then you just need to forward to the next sunny day. Now I'm going to show you guys the setups. Okay, I'm using 4 setups. I'm using 2 normal bottom setups and 2 carp setups. I got the impression that the combo works really good. You can see it here. So why I'm showing you guys the 2 setups? Because most people that hit level 50, the carp rods, they are a big investment. And most people, they don't have the money. So you can just choose what you want to do. You can fish here with the bottom chaser, or you can just fish with the carp rods. So it's not really a problem. But I think that the boilies are very good for the fish. So you can see it here, and you cannot equip boilies on a bottom rod. So you can see it here. So if I want to equip, it's not possible. So I would suggest that you do a little bit the same what I did here. Just keep the heavy chasers, because probably you already got them. And then you just buy 2 carp rods just to fish with the boilies, because they are way too good to just ignore. You can see it here. So you see that from all the uniques, I got 5 uniques and 4 are on the boilies. Therefore I'm saying it. It's not always like that. Sometimes it's 2, 4 or 4, 5. But I got the impression that you get a little bit more uniques with the boilies. So what are the bottom setups? The heavy chaser 290, the ambusher 9500, the braid 0.27, sinker 175 gram. Then I'm using the mono leader 0.55, a barbless hook 10.0, biggest hook that you can get, barbless for more experience, and then sweet corn, and the other one is just the same. You can, and I use here sweet peas. Very simple setup, but works. It's not a problem. Then for the carp setup, Deep Horizon 420, Leviathan 10,000. Then you go with the braid 0.29. I'm using a carp camouflage sinker. You can use this. I just saw it, by the way, on the bottom rods too. So I just kept using them from Ukraine. But now that I see them, you can just put a camouflage sinker on those bottom rods too. Then you go with the carp leader, 25.4 kilogram, 10.0 again. And I always go, it's warm. So if it is warm, you need to go with fruit, sweets. That works the best. So I'm going with the citrus. The banana pop-up works too if you want to do it. And then on the other one, I got the strawberry. So the 20 millimeter, go with the biggest one and pop-ups. So that works really well. And then you got something like that. So that was it for the setup. Now the section ground bait is going to start. I will show you guys what you need to do and what kind of things you need to watch. Okay, the next one, and that's very important to the ground bait. So if you don't use the ground bait, you will never have the results that I show you guys. What is the beauty about this farming is that you never got bad days. So I did now 16, 17 days in game, and it's always 5 to 8 uniques. That's how it works, because if you use the good ground bait and if you're on the right spot, you always will get attraction from the fish. So how does it work, the ground bait? So you need to buy ground bait in the shop. So if you go to shop and you click here, you will see all the ground bait. But you don't need to click everything. So you just need to have the feeder ground bait. You need to get the particles, and you need to get the aromas. But you guys already can see what is the problem here. So the particles you cannot buy here, and the aromas that I'm using, some of them you can buy here, but some you cannot buy here. So you need to come prepared. So buy as many as possible ground baits, aromas and particles on the world shop before you come here. Otherwise you need to travel back. That's very important. So what I'm using is this. So I made my own ground bait. So you got a section here. You throw everything in it and then it saves automatically. So I'm going to show you guys my ground bait that I made. So I'm using strawberry Mama Lila 200 gram. I'm using gingerbread classic ground bait 200 gram. Then Carp Rifle 1500 gram. That's a full sack. And then for the aromas, by the way, it's all warm. So it's all warm. Don't use it on another day because it's probably not working that well. Then I'm using a CSL Corn Steep Liquor 70 gram, Tutti Frutti Supreme 70 gram, Delta Garlic Carp 70 gram, that's a new one. And then for my particles I went with two of the new ones because they are for warm weather. That's the millet and hemp, the crushed grains and seeds. So I'm going to change it for a brief moment to people that are not using metric, because that's important, because if you don't have it right, it's not going to work. So let's have a look. Okay, we are going to restart for a brief moment and then you guys can just stop the video, and then you got the recipe in what is it, OS, I think it's called. So I'm going to wait a little bit. The game is calculating with a supercomputer, so it can take some time. Okay, so if you have a look now to the ground bait, you will see KP sunny day. So now it's in the other imperial measurement, so you can see it. It's very strange. So it's 7. I'm not. Yeah, it's like that. So you guys can write it down. So it's 7.05, but this you can take 7, my guess. 752.9. And then I'm going to scroll down. It's 2.4, 2.4, 2.4, and then it's 4.2, 4.2. So that's if you are not using the metric, and I think that's all. We don't have anything else in the game. Let me have a look. Game. No. So that was the imperial for the people that want to use that. So I'm going to put it back on the metric system really quick. So here we go, apply. So I will show you guys now the setup too for the spotting. So spotting is something very special. So if you make your ground bait, you can put it in like a rocket. And what is that rocket going to do? And if it hits the surface, it goes open and the ground bait falls on that position. That's spotting. So that's the quickest way that you can do it, and that's the quickest way that you can throw a lot of that material in the water. So this is my spot setup. So it's a power launcher spot 385, the Griffin spot 8000. This is very important. Always use a reel with a high recovery, that you don't lose time. There is no reason, because it's not a fun system, because you need to throw a lot of times every time. So it's better that you do it really quick than slow. And then the next one is the X large spot you can bite at level 50. So you just make your ground bait. So you just mix it, then you throw it in this one, and then you throw it in the water. So that was it for the ground bait and the spotting. Now I will show you guys the practical side. So I will set everything up that you guys can see what I'm doing, and we are going to fish a little bit. Okay, I'm now back at spot number 1. So what is the rotation that you need to do? So you always need to do that. So we are going to mix up the ground bait. So you can see it here. This is the ground bait. You just click here, depending on the premium. If you got premium, it goes fast. If you don't have it, it goes slow. So now we made the ground bait balls. Then you need to come here to your spot rod. You go to this area and I think you can click it. Yes. So you just put all the balls in the positions. So you can see in total I got 24 parts. And then you just do this. By the way, before I forget, so the uniques here, they don't got the same behavior as on other lakes. You can catch 2 of the same unique species at one position. For example, I had 3 common carps at one rotation on one spot. So it's not, so you can get more than the species here, because what is a target fish? Grass carp, common carp, ghost carp, mirror carp, and leather carp. That are 5 species, but you can catch 7, 8 uniques if you want in one rotation. So what do you need to do now is the next. So you just throw on the marker. Yeah, that's a little bit close, but it does not matter that much. The radius is very big. Now you push C. No, you reel in a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to throw a little bit further. I want to be at 10, 11 meters. Otherwise, it's before my feet, and I don't like that a lot. So here we go. So let's reel a little bit. So you reel a little bit, and then you push C. So now you see at the bottom right, there is 11 meter. It's clipped. So now I can throw freely without aiming the entire time. Don't move anything. So the game will do everything. You just need to push your left mouse button now. And now you need to do this, I think 15 or 20 times. So you need to throw everything in the water. And then we are going to fish. So I'm going to do that now. And then I'm coming back to you guys just to start the fishing. Okay, so all the ground bait is in the water. So what is the next step? You're going to put your rod pot out. You take your first rod. And you're going to clip these 2. So that was my marker. So 12 meter is okay. Clip it with C once again. Then the next one. So that's 12, that's okay. And then the 2 carp rods. That's number 6 and 7. And you will see that the activity will start right away. And I saw that I just did a mistake. So you need to start, of course, at 1 p.m. I started now at 3 p.m. It does not matter that much because I didn't fish here today. So, and here is the first fish. You need to practice a little bit this kind of fishing, because there will be a lot of moments that you will have 2, 3, 4 fish on the line. So you need to feel it a little bit. So if the fish fights and goes away, most of the time that means you got a unique. If you see that you got a smaller fish on another rod, yeah, just fuck it. And I think this is the first unique that already spawned in, so it took 2-3 minutes. You can see this is, I'm sure this is a unique, because trophies, they don't fight like that. It can be a very big trophy, but I think this is probably going to be the unique. So let's have a look. This is the first one on the ground bait. Yeah, 21 kilogram, a very nice unique mirror carp. So that's how fast it goes. So you guys can see, it's like you throw the ground bait in the water, that will be taking you 2 to 3 minutes real life, and on that moment it starts, it's bang, 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 and the fish start to bite. So you can see right away there is a lot of action going on. This is already fish number 3. Is this the second unique already? I don't think so. He comes very fast in. It can be a small, unique common carp. So now you can see number 4 is going. What I do is, No trophy. I just put this away. So now I'm going to get this first out, because yeah, sometimes you need to choose. Depends a little bit on the action. I can throw that rod back in, but then it's possible that I'm going to get 3 rods that got the fish on now. This is a normal one. You can see now number 2 is going. So it's really fun fishing this way, because you catch non-stop fish. And this is the unique, the second unique ghost carp. I think it's, yeah, this is a unique. Look at how fat he is. 25, that's already unique number 2 that you guys saw live. And then what you need to do now is, I don't know it's number 2 or 1, you just escape really quick. Number 1 is not in the water, so I need to click number 1 on my hotkey, and we get everything back in the water. So that was a small wave number 1, 2 uniques, that's not so bad, but you can see Groundbait is still very active. There is a second ghost carp. Is it the second unique? Possible. So that will be already number 3, that's in 10 minutes in game. So here you will see it. I think it's the unique. No, trophy, very fat trophy. Here we go. That's another fish already. This is a fighter too. I think it's possible a leather unique. I'm not sure, so let's have a look. Yeah, this is a unique once again. That's number 3 already, I think, yeah. Yeah, number 3. There is already a bite on the second row too. But you guys can see how it works. So what you need to do is another unique, number 4. So what you need to do now is, at some point, I already told you guys, the bite will go away. Yeah, this is already unique number 4. This is such a good spot and a good ground bait, it's crazy. And now it can be problematic. So this is a decent fish. I'm not going to get this fish really quick in, I think. Because carp is very strong. This is the biggest carp that you can catch here. So now you need to do this. So I cannot do anything else, and I think this is the unique common carp. Yeah, 2 more uniques already. So now you need to start doing some jiggling. So you need to watch the other rod. Never lose the tension on the other rod, otherwise you need to switch really quick. Come on, fish. Yeah, and that's the problem with carp. Yeah. Ah, that was a pity. I was just too late. I saw it just too late. I needed to click a little bit further, but I think that was the unique common carp that I missed over there. So let's get this unique in. This is already number 5. Is it 5 or 4? A ghost? I think 4, if I'm not mistaken. Or 5, it does not matter. It's a lot already. 15. Oh, this is just a trophy? What the hell? Oh yeah, of course. My drag was not up. Bad playing. I changed the reel to the 9500. Yeah, that was very bad playing. So I lost the unique common carp. I was already thinking he was fighting, but they look very big too. So let's get everything back in the water. So let's get number 1 back in the water. But that was it for the video, guys. I cannot show you guys more. Yep, that was it for the video. You guys will see now 3 nets that I fished 3 hours and a little bit, so you guys can see it, how many uniques that I got. I want to thank you guys for fishing, not fishing, for watching, and I see you guys in next video. Bye bye.